Hello. We're here in Alabama Hills in California to answer a few questions that you guys had about our micro camper Honda Element build. The video is super popular. Thank you so much to everyone who watched. So we're going to answer a few of those and hopefully help you build your own camper.
So welcome to the Honda Element Micro Camper FAQs with Toasty.
In the sunshine.
And I'm Lainey.
And I'm Shawn. I said sunshine.
We're from days we spend. What do you mean?
So one of the most common questions that we got was about our fridge and our power system, and if you need solar to run a fridge while you're car camping. The short answer is we don't have solar, but it would probably be nice.
Yeah. We built this camper for camping, not to live in this car. It's for short bursts of going on a trip and changing where you're staying every night. Camping short bursts.
We're using the EcoFlow River battery. It's about 600 watt hours. It's a nice big juicy battery with plenty of power to run multiple devices. It can easily power our fridge. We are using the 12-liter set power fridge. It's one of the cheaper fridges you can find on Amazon, under $200, and it has been an absolute champion.
Oh yeah. Love that fridge. We've never had any issues with it so far.
Meat, cheese, wine. It's a great fridge. The battery can power the fridge as long as you drive. If we were to camp here in the Alabama Hills for 3 or 4 days, the fridge would absolutely die. If you don't want to drive every day, get a solar panel and you will be golden.
A lot of people have asked, is this actually comfortable to sleep in? Is it wide enough? Is it long enough? Is it, large enough to fit 2 adults? Yes, of course. I'm a small, petite person and Shawn is very tall and stringy. So, stringy.
I don't touch the steering wheel and I have room at the head.
You can see us laying side by side here and we don't have an issue even though we have tons of pillows in the car with us because we both like to cuddle with pillows. We each have our own bedding so that we are not fighting over the covers, and that makes the bed actually feel way bigger than it actually is.
Smaller than a full, but larger than a twin. We went with a 3-inch memory foam topper, not an actual mattress.
So the reason we didn't go thicker with the mattress is so that we had more headspace when we were sitting in the car in seat mode.
Couch mode.
Lounge mode.
Lounge mode. 2 thumbs up. Minor improvements, but honestly, this system is fantastic.
Couple questions about the dimensions of each individual mattress.
The cushions are the same dimensions as the dunnage racks. So they're 48 inches long by 14 inches wide and 48 inches long by 18 inches wide.
The 4th cushion that goes over your feet, you can make that choice of making this a little bit longer. It's really about how you want it to fit in your car when it's in the lounge mode.
Looking good, mode. We made it shorter so that I could see while I'm driving out the window.
Here's what the bed frame looks like without the cushions and any of the other pieces in our car. You can see how the zip ties are attached. You can see where the wood slats nestle into the smaller rack, as well as how they look when they pull out and click in. Once again, check out the magnets on the back side. These pieces of rope on here, you don't need them. This was from an old idea before we decided to just use some wood glue.
Did we saw the legs at the other end of the bed, or did we order different sizes so that the mattress could continue all the way across until it meets the folded back front seats? The answer is I sawed the pipes on the other side of the bed to make them flush with the top of the dunnage rack. I just took a regular hacksaw and I just cut right through along the lines here, and then I capped it with this plastic piece so that there were no jagged edges. It's very easy to do. I didn't even use like a vise. I just put my foot on it and sawed it off. And you can too. So a few of you have asked how we actually assembled the racks, and that's the beautiful part of this. We didn't assemble them, we just put the legs in the thing. There's marks on the poles that show you how high it is. You don't have to level it, you don't have to measure. Yeah. Nicely marked inches for how high you want it to go. It's super easy.
When they're on the ground, not in the car, they actually are tilted, so they don't really stand straight. So it doesn't look like you made them correctly. And then when you put it in the car and you use the little knobs on the bottom to fine tune the height, all of a sudden your rack is now
Yeah.
flat. Do we actually use it in lounge mode? Yeah, all the time we use it.
Actually, we get asked a lot, do I fit in lounge mode? And the answer again is sure. If I sit up as straight as I possibly can, no, I'm not going to fit in there. But I can comfortably sit in there, eat dinner.
If it's windy or buggy, that's when we are eating inside and enjoying our swivel table and our benches. I've done lots of work inside on my computer with the table. Work in a parking lot.
You can put your laptop here and watch a movie, lay in the back. It's a super versatile system.
We also really like that the aisle allows us access to all of our things really easily instead of constantly like lifting up and moving the bed. We had some questions about how the window shades fit in the windows, and honestly, it's just because we made them perfectly. There's no magnets and we don't use adhesive to stick them to the windows. We just use gaff tape to line the outside of all the reflectics. That thin edge actually allows us to kind of shove it in the crack that's between the car and the actual window. And we just pop it in there, kind of clip this around the outside, and if it's at night, we'll leave it like this with the bug screen on top. Just like that with the bug screen, and we've never actually had any issues with things getting in. So we'll often sleep like this, or if it's really cold, just close that and it stays right in there.
The most general question we get, and we get this all the time, is like, what's the best part of the Honda Element camper? What's the worst part?
Yeah.
And the answer is, it's a Honda Element camper. Because it's an amazing car to drive. It's like, we got this car to be a car that we can camp in, not a house that we could drive.
Right.
And that's an important distinction. If you're looking for a house that you can drive, this is going to be terrible. If you're looking for a really easy thing to build, a really easy thing to drive, and an easy thing to change back into a car, this is incredible.
Uh-huh.
What's your biggest pro, other than having me in it?
Yeah. My biggest pro is that it's really easy for us to just say, hey, let's take a camping trip this weekend, and we just kind of reassemble a car or just put the pieces back in. We actually usually leave the racks inside. We could just go and have a good time, and we don't have to think too hard about where we want to camp, where we want to go, because we can use BLM land, which is what we're on right now. And we just have all of our items to camp responsibly, like a shovel, and
Yeah.
we don't have to plan to stay at campsites because we can sleep inside the car.
Throw the fridge in, charge the battery, let's hit the road.
It's also really lightweight. So lightweight means it's easy to take in and out of the car, but lightweight also means that we have a lot of good fuel efficiency because everything in here is probably lighter than the actual seats, like the two Honda Element seats that go in here.
We've actually lightened the load by building a camper. What do you think your biggest con is?
Oh, sorry, you're flying.
Get him.
We actually have a 2-wheel drive Honda Element instead of a
yeah.
4-wheel drive because when we purchased this, that's what was available, which means every time we go on a dirt road, which means every BLM campsite, we're a little terrified of getting stuck.
We've driven all over the damn place. We've made no improvements since our last video. We've changed nothing. We were totally ready to be like, here's our update video. And then we went out to the garage and I was like, it's fine.
Toasty's great.
I'd love to be able to stand up in it, but that's not what this is. The only thing I would change is I would get a nice big 100-watt solar panel, put it on the roof, wire it through the back, and that would make all of our battery anxiety go away.
When you have to cook outside, you don't have the option to cook inside. You know, it kind of limits us to good weather, or we go out to eat if it's raining. And if you have to pee at night, you have to like crawl over the bed to go out the front doors because we never rigged the back to open from the inside. We don't want to make any big changes and drill holes in our car.
Everything I said was a lie. This is the biggest con. We should have turned this into a door that opens from the inside.
We never did.
Just lazy, I guess.
We made a few minor mistakes in our last video, so here's some corrections about the racks.
This pipe is 18 inches long by ½ inch, not 1 inch, ½ inch. That's on me, that's my bad. And because it's a ½ inch, it fits in the legs of the dunnage rack system.
Like magic! Ooh. Swivel table! So all the flanges and the elbows, those are also all ½ inch pipes. Once again, if you go to our website, dayswespend.com/no-build camper, I think that's the URL. You can find all the links to all the pieces that you need online. Although when we actually built this, we bought the pieces in person at Lowe's. So one more thing is these racks are not actually made of aluminum. They are epoxy coated something, according to the website. We think it's steel. Even though they're steel, they're still incredibly lightweight. So
can't do that with aluminum. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching our original video. We never imagined that it would get almost 500,000 views, but apparently a lot of you weirdos want to learn how to live in a Honda Element, and you're our people. So a ton of thank you for even helping us grow the channel and making this a thing.
And thanks for watching this video.
Yeah.
Hopefully we've answered all your questions. If we didn't, put it in the comments. We actually do read all the comments. Subscribe below for some more fun adventures in Toasty, adventures on the road. We've got slow travel. We've got gear reviews. All the fun things for you. I'm Lainey, and this is Shawn.
I'm Shawn. We got to get out of here. This video is way too long. Oh, the sun really is just in my face.